Welcome to the Christmas special on Food Talk with Sherin. Well, when it's Christmas, there's a lot of baking that happens at home. And I especially like to bake pies, both sweet as well as savories. And that's one dish which everyone in the family enjoys thoroughly. Today I'm going to share with you the recipe of a chicken pot pie. This is not a very simple, easy to make, quick recipe. I wouldn't say that. But then it's not a very tough one either. Now you can always use ready-made pie crust for this, but then making it at home has its own difference. It's really soft and crumbly. So let's quickly check out the recipe for this creamy chicken pot pie. But before we do that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And please do click that tiny bell icon and turn on all notifications as well. For making this chicken pot pie, let's first prepare the dough for the crust and the covering. So for this, we need all-purpose flour or maida, and into this, let's add a tiny pinch of sugar, some salt, and some really cold unsalted butter. I've cut this into small cubes, and you just rub this into the flour. You can also grate your butter by freezing it for some time and then grating it so that it's really cold and hard as well. So once all the butter has been incorporated evenly into the flour, it would resemble the texture of breadcrumbs. You would be able to hold it together in your fist and then crumble it up as well. At this stage, add some ice cold water little by little to bring together this entire mix into a dough. Now make sure you don't add too much of water. You just need to bring together all the flour mix into a dough. Divide this into two parts. So for the base, I've taken about 60% of the dough, and for the top, I've taken about 40%. So each of it has to be wrapped individually into a cling wrap, and then you can leave it in the refrigerator till you're ready to roll it out. So while this is refrigerating, we can prepare the filling. For the filling, in a pan or a kadai, add some butter, and as the butter melts, add some chopped garlic. Fry this till the garlic starts changing color. Into this goes in some onion and chopped carrots. Cook this till the onions are translucent. Add some chopped mushrooms into this. I always prefer cooking mushrooms on high flame because as it releases water, it starts getting absorbed or evaporated as well. So you don't get a really watery mix at the end of it. Once the mushrooms are partially cooked, add some all-purpose flour to this and just fry this till the flour changes color and it coats the vegetables. Into this, let's add some cooked and shredded chicken, frozen green peas, and some chicken stock. Mix this properly and let it boil together so that the stock thickens. For making this chicken stock for this recipe, what I do is take some chicken pieces. So I've used about 250 grams of chicken here. So that much of boneless chicken I take. Add it to about a cup of water. Add a little bit of salt, pepper and garlic powder. If you don't have garlic powder, you can skip that as well. And let it cook together. So once the chicken is cooked, you just remove the pieces and shred it using a fork or your fingers, and whatever liquid is remaining is the chicken stock that you can use for this recipe. Once the mix has thickened a little, add some fresh cream, salt, black pepper powder and some dried Italian seasoning. Mix this all properly. You can taste and check if you need some salt. And once everything has boiled together and thickened, you can turn off the heat. The filling for our chicken pot pie is ready. You just need to let it cool down a little before you fill it into the pie crust. So what I do is, while I'm rolling out the pie crust, I just leave it under full speed fan or under the AC for some time so that it cools down quickly. Dust your board or your counter liberally with some all-purpose flour. Even apply some flour onto your rolling pin. Take out the larger dough piece that you had kept in the refrigerator and then roll this thin as per the size of your pie tin. So I'm using an 8-inch pie tin. So I'll need about an inch for the sides as well. So you need to roll it out to about a 10-inch diameter. A little bigger is also okay. Once you've rolled it, use your rolling pin to lift it up like this and line it into your greased pie tin. So using your fingers, just spread it over towards the sides and at the bottom properly. So this forms the base of our chicken pot pie. Into this, add the prepared filling and level it up. And now take out the second piece of dough that you have in the refrigerator. Roll it out the same way to about an 8-inch diameter. And then spread it on top of the filling. Use your fingers to pinch the edges. Using a knife, make 5 to 6 slits on top, which will help the steam to escape. And just before you put it into the oven, using a brush, apply some beaten egg wash on top. So this is just an egg which I have whisked it and using it as my egg wash. My oven has already been preheating at 215 degrees Celsius. So this pie goes into the preheated oven for about 30 to 35 minutes till the top has a nice golden brown color. So once the pie has baked, make sure it rests for some time, cools down a little before you slice into it. So I hope you try making this chicken pot pie at home. It does take a little bit of effort, but trust me when I say this, it's totally worth it. So looking forward to seeing some pictures and your comments on whether you like this recipe.